All right, everyone. Hi, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hope Weston, and I'm a diamond leader with It Works Global. And I've been in the business for it's 2.5 years this month. And if there is absolutely one thing that I know for certain, it's that this business has changed so much in the past 2.5 years. Okay, what we were taught to do when I first got started, although there are still pieces of it that I'm still doing today, the consistency, putting myself out there, talking to lots of people, there are a lot of things that have changed, and there's a lot of things that we need to be willing to adapt to. For those of you that are brand new and you're on here, congrats. You don't have to learn a whole new way to do social media. You just get to learn one way, and that's even better. So I do want to preface this by saying everyone works this business a little bit differently. Okay, so this is things that I have seen from my experience, from talking to other leaders, from just literally just being in this business for the past 2.5 years, trying a lot of different things. And I have to tell you guys that the things that I have been implementing into my business over the past 2 weeks, I am getting better results than I have ever gotten in this business. Okay, so this is just what I want to teach you guys because I'm seeing results from it. If you guys are doing something and it's kicking butt and you're getting a ton of enrollments, you should obviously keep doing that. But I want to share with you guys some of the things that I've been doing differently with my business that have really, really changed the game for me. Okay, I have people coming to me. I have more likes and interaction and comments on my posts than ever. And I just feel better about my business than ever. Okay, so like I said, social media is changing, and I want to, and I hope that you want to work smarter, not harder, right? That's the whole idea behind this business. You should, if you can, work this entire business, do everything you're supposed to do in like 2 hours a day because you're doing it the smart way, rather than pushing yourself and working 8 hours a day when you're really could be doing the same thing in 2 hours a day. Not that you shouldn't work your business 8 hours a day. If you have that time to put into it, it will definitely pay off for you. But most of us do not have 8 hours a day to put into this business, right? That is not why people start an at-home business. You're a stay-at-home mom and your kids are crazy. You have a full-time job, maybe Monday through Friday, or maybe it's retail, so you work weekends. You're a college student. I was all of the above when I got started, okay? Well, besides a mom, but I was working 2 jobs. I was planning my wedding and I was in school. So I definitely understand this idea of wanting to do less but see more results, and that's kind of what the idea behind this new way of kind of posting and sharing about the products in the business has been doing for me. So first I want to talk about Facebook and then move to Instagram, because even though they're similar, they definitely are two separate animals in this business. So the very, very first thing that I want you guys to know about Facebook specifically is that Facebook is all about interaction, okay? Facebook wants to see conversations. It wants to see you having genuine connection with people and responses back and forth, all of that kind of stuff. So the kinds of posts, the kinds of things that are going to give you the best results on Facebook are going to be those interactive posts. Earlier today, I literally just posted and asked people what their favorite eyeshadow palette was, and I have gotten so many comments, okay? So obviously that's not about my business, right? I'm not going to message those people about trying the products or joining my team, but it is going to, they're commenting, I'm responding, I'm asking how much they paid for it, all of these things back and forth. Facebook sees that, and now those people that commented on my post, they are going to see more of my posts. And so that's kind of the idea behind Facebook and behind posting on Facebook, is that you want to get that interaction. You want to get people commenting on your stuff. I don't know if you guys know this, but people really like to give you their opinions about things, right? Like if you post something even slightly controversial on Facebook, like you're going to have a ton of comments. So I'm not telling you to go post something controversial, but I am telling you to ask people's opinions. Ask them what their favorite movie they've seen this year is. Ask them where they do their grocery shopping. Another great one is asking them the last show they watched on Netflix or their favorite show on Netflix. just little things like this that give people the opportunity to tell us something about themselves. First of all, people love that. They literally eat it up. And second of all, it's going to help your posts, which is what I'm going to talk about next, get more interaction. So Facebook wants to see conversations, comments, replies, all these other things. But what you want to be doing on Facebook is you want to be making about 3 to 5 original posts every single day, okay? And what I mean by original posts is you're not just like sharing videos that you found on Facebook and just like sharing them to your page. Sharing other people's content actually knocks down your content for your followers, for other people. So if you want to do it occasionally, you know, maybe even like once a day, you find something funny or a funny video or a quote or a recipe you want to try and you want to share that on Facebook, that's totally fine. But at the end of the day, it's going to be your original content that's going to get you more interaction, and more interaction means more people are seeing it, and the more people that see it, the more people are going to be interested. So you want to make sure that you're doing your original content. And then you want to make sure also that when you're posting on Facebook that you're not sharing from Instagram or from another third-party app, because that's going to affect how many people see it as well. So I know on Instagram they have that nifty feature where you can click on to share it to Facebook. Don't use that. Just copy and paste the caption and the picture over to Facebook organically, because you're going to get a lot better results that way. So the other thing about Facebook is that you want to use all the features, okay? You want to tag a friend, say where you were, use a background, add a feeling or an activity, make a poll. Like, you want to just, if you can add something else that Facebook is giving to you into your Facebook post, you want to do that, because then Facebook is like, wow, they really like using our features. We're going to bump them up in people's news feeds. So the idea on Facebook is that a lot of people are watching you, right? Like, how many people do you guys scroll by that maybe you haven't commented on anything, but you see their posts all the time? So that's kind of the idea behind Facebook, is that you want to get a lot of interaction on your non-It Works posts, so that when you do make a life post or you do make a product post, you're getting more eyes on those posts and people are more likely to like or comment on them. And interaction has a lot to do with that. So before I move on to Instagram, does anyone have questions about Facebook specifically? How to use it, how to post on it? I pretty much just post exactly what I post on Instagram onto Facebook, and then I just add like 1 or 2 other posts like that I wouldn't post on Instagram onto my Facebook.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Okay, so I know like a lot of people don't really watch Facebook stories, and on Instagram, we're mostly posting like about products in our Instagram stories. How should we go about like posting about products on Facebook?
So this is, and I will get into Instagram stories and all of that. I don't think that posting like a status that says like, oh my gosh, look at her results, and then you like drop the results photo in the comment. Like, I think that's a perfectly reasonable product post. And if you make a product post in your Instagram story, you could just post it on your Facebook. Facebook is a different animal when it comes to just kind of blatantly, I don't want to use the word blatant because it has a negative connotation, but just kind of like posting about the products like on your page. I think that just posting that on Facebook is totally fine. I've even just recently I've even just posted like a before and after picture with like, oh my gosh, look at this, like on my Facebook, like not even in the comments, just slapped it on there. The other really fun thing to do on Facebook that you can't do on Instagram is to make posts without pictures on them. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times if you have a post that has like a lot of text and then a picture, it'll show a little bit of the text and then it'll say see more, and then it'll like have the picture. But what you can do on Facebook is you can make a post that's literally just text. So you can make some of those posts that are like, hey, pick which number defines you and comment it below. And then you have like 1 is lose weight, 2 is grow hair, 3 is less stress, 4 is clearer skin. And that's something that I would absolutely share on Facebook, but like I would not share that on my Instagram page. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay, cool. If you guys have more questions, I am going to do more questions at the end. I just wanted to see if anyone had questions about Facebook specifically. So let's move on to Instagram. And I want to first talk about like posting on your Instagram page. Okay. And this is the part that has really changed for me over the past couple weeks. Once again, this is just my personal opinion of what I have seen in my business to give me better results. This is also going off of things that I've learned from Vanessa Theus, who did a really, really good training on how you can use attraction marketing to your benefit. I think that sometimes, especially on this team, we hear attraction marketing and we think, oh God, attraction marketing, because we're taught to message people. But I think that what I've learned over the past, like I said, about 2 weeks is that we should be using both, guys. We should be using attraction marketing and cold messaging together, because you're going to get better results when you use them together. Using attraction marketing is going to get you better results cold messaging. And if you're cold messaging, you're going to get better results in your attraction marketing. Okay. So that's kind of the play that I've kind of been playing around with this idea, these new things that I've been finding for the past couple weeks. And like I said at the beginning of this Zoom, my results are kind of insane. Okay. So what you want to be doing on your Instagram page, okay, on your personal page, these are posts that you're putting up on Instagram, 1 to 3 posts per day tops. I'm talking 3 posts tops every single day on your actual Instagram page. Quality cannot be overstated on these posts, okay? Instagram is all about the picture. People are pretty much only looking at the pictures when it comes to Instagram, as a matter of fact. So you want to make sure that your pictures are bright and clear. The pictures that are going to get the most likes, the most interaction, are ones that have faces in them or animals. So like you, your kids, your family, your pets, someone else on the team, like you want to have as many humans and animals in your posts as possible. And then this is just something that I've found. I think it makes my Instagram look real good, is to use the same filter on every single picture that you post. This is something that, once again, I just started doing recently. And I think that it just kind of, when you go to my Instagram, which is public now, so you guys are all welcome to go check it out. I'm at Hope Finds Happiness. When you go to my page, I just feel like it looks a lot more succinct, because I've started using the same filter on every single picture. My go-to editing apps for my pictures are PicTapGo and VSCO Cam, which is VSCO Cam. I know there's like a ton of other ones, and if you want to use other ones, if you have one that you like, that's totally fine. You just want to make sure that you're keeping those pictures bright and clear and crisp, okay? Anything that's too dark, too grainy, it's just not going to get as much interaction. And again, when you're talking about posting, interaction is the name of the game, okay? So 1 to 3 tops posts per day, very, very high quality. And the first hour that your post is up is the most important, okay? So I want you to either get with me if you're on my team, get with your team, get with your enroller, your upline, and I want you to make what I'm calling a boost pod. And basically what this pod does, it's a group of people on Instagram that are all in an Instagram Messenger. When you post, you're going to post your post on Instagram, you're going to go into your pod and you're going to say posted. And all of the people that are in that pod with you are going to go comment on your post. They're not commenting like they're a potential, okay? They're not commenting saying, me, I'm interested. They're commenting something genuine with at least 4 words or more, because that is what it takes for Instagram, for whatever reason, that's the number, for Instagram to click on and say, okay, she's getting good interaction on this post. So that first hour that your post is up, you want to get as many comments and likes as you possibly can. So like I said, we're going to be creating these boost pods. I'm happy to facilitate it on my team. If you're not on my team and you don't have one yet, get with your upline or just get with some sideline sisters and just kind of explain like, yeah, we're just going to comment on each other's posts and like them. But again, we're not commenting like we're potentials. We're commenting just like, heck yes, girl, you look beautiful. Love your lipstick. Your hair is so nice today. Can't wait to see you. Like just little like cute things, genuine things that just friends would say to each other on each other's posts, just to boost that interaction. Okay. So that is basically posting on your Instagram page in a nutshell. Again, this is my personal opinion. I believe that you should keep your, hi Vanessa, I believe personally just until you get your followers to a certain point, I still think that you should be on private. My account was on private until literally just a few weeks ago, but I have 10,000 followers now. Okay, guys. So if you have less than like 2, 3, 4,000 followers, you should keep yourself on private while you're building that following of people. Okay, because it gets even harder to get followers once you go public. You have to start using hashtags and all these other things that I'm not really going to get into on this Zoom because this is like a basics Zoom. But if you do not have like 3, 4, 5,000 followers already, you're going to want to keep yourself on private while implementing the things that I've kind of taught you on this Zoom. So I think you should be private until you have like 3K plus. Then you can go public and start to utilize the features of that. And then also I've had a lot of people ask me about a second Instagram because I do actually have a second Instagram, but please do not even think about starting a second Instagram until you have like 8,000 followers on your first one. Okay. If you are not focusing your time on building one Instagram, you're just going to feel completely scatterbrained. And to be honest, the reason that I started my second Instagram is because you can only follow up to 7,500 people. And I like hit that and I was like, well, dang, like I still want to be following people. So I started a new one so that I could start following a new group of people. But it's not easy, like to upkeep 2 Instagrams, to upkeep 2 stories. Like I find myself getting annoyed with it. So definitely don't try to do that until you've got your first one, you know, built up quite a bit and you feel like you've got the hang of it. So that's Instagram pages, 1 to 3 tops, really good quality, bright, crisp, clear. I think you just send, like maybe try to send a picture to multiple people or something, Bailey. I don't know exactly how you do it. Jade made the one that we're in, so I don't know. So that's on your Instagram page, okay? And this is another thing that is completely different that I'm doing now that I did not do before. I am not posting any quote unquote product posts in my Instagram. This is obviously excluding like me personally using the products. Like if I want to take a selfie and like be holding my greens and like talk about what they've done for me, like that's different. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but if you haven't, like how many likes do you get on a picture of you and your kids versus how many likes do you get on a picture of a bottle of Fat Fighters? Okay, like to be honest, I used to get like 7 likes on a product post even when I had like 8,000 followers. And that's just not what you want. Like you want people to like the content that you're posting. A bottle of Fat Fighters doesn't say anything to them. It's not even telling them, it's not even showing them what the product does. It's literally just a bottle that says Advanced Formula Fat Fighters on it. So I haven't been posting any of those kinds of posts except for my personal journey with our products, with my fitness. Actually, the best post that I've ever had, I posted yesterday. It was a picture of me pulling up my shirt a little bit. I'm down 25 pounds. And I talked about how, you know, I'm not where I want to be yet, but with my plant-based products, I'm feeling better about myself than ever. And like I said, I've actually gotten more likes on that post than I've ever gotten on any post in my Instagram career. Okay, so crazy stuff. So this is where that's seriously been, and it just keeps going up. People just keep liking it. I'm like, let's get to 500. Like, let's just keep going with this thing. So this is where Instagram stories come into play, right? Because now you're thinking like, oh, if I'm not posting about the products, how am I supposed to tell people about them? It's very, very simple. We have this new tool called Instagram stories, and they are brilliant. There is so many fun, cute, creative things that you can do with Instagram story, and it makes it just seem so fun, so authentic, and just so you, whoever you are, whatever your life looks like, that is what you're sharing through Instagram stories. Okay, so I have a note here on my notepad that literally just says all day every day, because that is all that when people ask me when do I Instagram story, I Instagram story all day every day, from mixing up my keto coffee in the morning, taking my dog to the park, even if I'm just like on my way to work and I'm like listening to a song like on the radio, like I'll record like the song playing with like a cute, like you can put, there's so many fun things. You can put fun stickers on them. There's GIFs, there's hashtags, you can put text on it, you can record a video, you can do a boomerang. There's so many options. Play around with it, okay? A lot of people tell me like, well, I don't really know how to work it. Well, fiddle around with it. Take some pictures, you know, see which options you like. Click the little, he's literally the portal to all of the goodness in Instagram stories. He looks like a little Post-it note. He has a smiley face. He's in the top right corner when you click your camera on Instagram. You click him, you're gonna have polls, gifts, tag a location, the time, the altitude, the temperature, cute stickers, like everything that you want, okay? So my basic day looks like me Instagram storying. I don't think that's a word, but we'll go with it. My entire day from start to finish. My life is boring, y'all, okay? I basically sit in this desk and message people on Instagram all day unless I'm serving at the Applebee's or taking my dog to the park. So it's really not that exciting. But if you watch my Instagram story, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Like, she's got a coffee, she's at the park, she's, you know, you just have to find ways to just make it cute and just make it you. And then everything else that you don't want to put in on your Instagram page goes in your Instagram story. And this is including, but not limited to, before and afters, testimonies, anything interactive, anything cute, anything funny, quotes, memes, etc., etc., etc. It's all going to go in your Instagram story. I have gotten in the past up to 700 people viewing my Instagram story, and I've never gotten that many likes on a picture, okay? So you're gonna want to put in, you're gonna wanna put in some before and afters, some testimonies, some like cute interactive ones, memes, quotes that you love, and then you're gonna be in between all of those things, posting about your kid, posting about your dog, doing a boomerang, mixing up your keto coffee, posting a video of yourself driving in your car, all of these little things. And you can totally upload these in your Facebook story. Facebook also has a story. It just doesn't have a lot of the same features that Instagram has, and definitely not as many people look at it. But you can just literally save your story on Instagram, like that you're creating, and upload it on Facebook. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything to get more eyes on it. So just a few other tips. If you're gonna put a poll, please only do like 1 or 2 polls a day, okay? Don't have like every single post be a poll. People are gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'm not answering these anymore. And you want to make them like so few and far between, not few and far between, but if you do like 1 a day, then that's gonna keep people kind of excited. And also my tip is don't give them a no option, okay? So like if it's a picture of hair, skin, nails, and you're like, who wants to grow out your hair? You want to have like, sign me up and oh my god, me. You don't want to have like me and not me. Like, I didn't ask you. If someone hit not me, I'd be like, yeah, I didn't ask, but I did ask. You know what I mean? So don't give them the option to say no, because that's not gonna benefit you. My other tip for polls is, and this is one that I did not realize for far too long, is put your poll somewhere where people are not gonna tap it just by clicking through stories, okay? Don't just, if it pops up and it's just like right in the middle or like anywhere on the left side, just move it up a little, or just like tilt it a little, you know, like up in the corner, because then you're not going to get those people who are like, oh, sorry, I clicked it by accident. And then you're like, well, you clicked it. So you have to just like, just tilt it at a little angle, maybe make it a little smaller, maybe circle it with, you can draw on it. So maybe circle it so that people see it, point an arrow to it or something up in the corner. Because I like get super annoyed when people are like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to vote. So if I have it away in the corner, then I know that they did mean to vote on it because they clicked it. So does that all make sense to everybody? Like, does that feel good to everybody? Because when I first kind of realized like the shift that I was going to be making in my business, I was like, wow, like this makes it so that I'm not so kind of stressed about making sure that I'm getting like 6, 7, 8, 9 posts out on my Instagram every day. I'm able to be really picky about the pictures that I'm using and the things that I'm sharing, which feels more important to me. And I feel like there's a lot more value in my posts when I'm only posting once or twice, maybe 3 times a day. But then I'm able to have more fun and be more creative in my Instagram story, which is something that I personally really love. I really love the fact that I'm able to make every day a little bit different. And every day when people go to my Instagram story, they see something that's a little bit different. And that feels good to me. And that feels like me. Anybody who knows me IRL knows that I'm kind of funny. I love to make people laugh. I'm kind of quirky. I'm kind of weird. Like, I'm kind of awkward. And so I feel like that comes across way more in my Instagram story. And so people feel like they know me better. And when they feel like they know you better, they're gonna respond to your messages. And messaging is not what this Zoom is about. But if you're seeing the way that your business as a whole is a cycle, posting, adding new people, messaging, following up, interacting, that cycle of the way that you're supposed to build your business, you can see how posting this way in a way that feels more authentic and feels more quality and feels more like you can see how that is going to get you better results when you're messaging, get you better results when you're adding people, get you better results when you're following up. And like I said at the beginning of this Zoom, it just helps you work smarter, not harder. You don't have to send out 300 messages. You can just send out 100 messages and get the same result, the same amount of responses, because people feel like they know you better and they feel like they can respond to you. So at least that's what I have experienced over the past 2 weeks of shifting my Instagram and even my Facebook into doing more original, authentic content, is that I have more people coming to me. I've had more people come to me personally, like that weren't even that I wasn't even following back in the past 2 weeks than I have in my entire business. I'm getting more likes and more interaction than I've gotten in my entire business. And that's after 2 weeks, y'all. Like, I'm pumped about this. I'm super, super excited to be able to turn around and teach this to you before everybody knows about it, right? Before every It Works distributor has caught on to the new changes and algorithm and all of these things. Like, let's be ahead of the curve and just go ambassador before people even catch up with themselves. Like, that's kind of what I'm about. So does anybody have any other questions about posting? Facebook, Instagram, like taking photos. I guess I didn't really touch on that. If you want to take a really good photo, just make sure that you've got the natural light on whatever you're trying to take a picture of. Okay, so if you're going to take a selfie, go stand in front of a window and take a selfie with the light from the window hitting your face. This is a tip from Vanessa. If you're going to take pictures, you want to go outside midday. Those are when you're going to get the best pictures of anything that you're trying to photograph, is that bright natural light. And God, I feel, guys, like I used to literally go on Pinterest and find my posts for like a week because I was so busy. I was so slammed. I never had time to take pictures. So a couple of things is literally pick one afternoon a week, do your hair and your makeup, take some real nice pictures, change your shirt, put your hair up, put your hair down, take a bunch of pictures for the week, take it holding products, whatever, you take pictures with your kids, with your dog, like whatever you want to do, and stockpile those. And then also, if you need to find a picture on Pinterest, like you're struggling, you're like, I absolutely must, just make sure that it's good quality, okay? Just make sure that it's bright, make sure that it's clear, make sure that it's something that you like to look at, because that'll make other people like to look at it as well. So those are just my few quick picture tips. Does anybody have any other specific questions? I'm super stoked on all of this. Like, it's a game changer, and I'm really glad that I got to share what I've learned with you guys tonight, because I feel like just all of us can really benefit from changing with the times, and like I said, just being like ahead of the curve. And also, like, my stress levels went way down when I realized I only needed to post twice a day instead of like 6 times a day. Right? Like, trying to come up with 6 posts is like way different than trying to come up with 2 posts. What do you guys think? Everything sounds good? Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yeah. What'd you say? What's up, Missa?
So when you're messaging like Instagram off of your Instagram polls, are you like asking them like, hey, were you interested in this? Or like, are you sending them cold messages?
I just send them a cold message.
Okay.
Like, I'll just say, like, I won't say like, hey, I saw you vote. Danielle actually taught me this. I won't say like, hey, I saw you voted. Yeah, are you interested in a thermo fight? She'll literally say like, hey girl, I hope I'm not bothering you, but I have one more spot to try our greens detox. Are you interested? And she knows that they are because they voted on her poll, but it's in a way that doesn't make them feel like, oh my God, she saw that I voted. Like, yes, dude, I saw you voted. It was my poll. Okay, yes, Bailey. I also remember when it was probably right around this time last year, we were like, we're going to post 9 times a day. And we're going to go diamond. No. I mean, we did go diamond. It was great, but no, not anymore. That's just not how it works. What's up, V?
So, okay, the people that are looking at your stories, right? Like, say you have like 100 views. So at first I was screenshotting them, and I was like, this is getting out of control because I literally can't screenshot and then like go back. And do you have like some kind of rhythm for that? Like, people that aren't voting necessarily, but people that are like viewing,
or just
like people that are checking it out. Like, if it's like a 6-screen thing and you have like 80 people that watched the entire thing, clearly they were interested because the whole thing was about products and they watched the whole thing. How do you keep track of those people? Or like what are you doing? Because I've heard a couple different things, but I feel like I can't get organized with it.
So first of all, what Bailey said, you can look in your archive, which is a fancy tool. If you go to your Instagram profile, in the top right, there's like with like a little if you click on it, all of your Instagram like from the past.
What you doing now?
I know, poor Evan.
Dude, I'm so sorry. He's just like, Mom! I'm like, dude, really? The second I answer the question.
On your Instagram profile, there's like a little, in the corner, there's a little clock with like an arrow. If you click on that, you literally see every story you've ever.
Oh, really?
And you can see who saw it, you can see who voted.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But people ask me all the time, like what I do, and like I wish I had a clear answer for you guys, because I kind of do a little bit of everything. Like, sometimes if I feel like just going through my followers and messaging like isn't working for me, I'll just go to whatever, like I'll click on my story, and whatever that one is, I'll just click on the views and I'll just scroll to the bottom and I'll just message anybody I haven't messaged before, or follow up with people. Like, when you have 10,000 followers, there's a lot of people that you've messaged, that you haven't messaged, that you need to follow up with, that you asked for their phone number and they never gave it to you, that they did give you their phone number, but now you want to interact with them because you're blowing up their freaking text inbox every week. Like, there's a lot of things going on. And so I kind of just roll with it on a daily basis, to be quite honest with you guys. I know that they're watching me. I know that they're on my Instagram, as long as they don't block me. And I kind of just, occasionally I'll scroll down to the bottom of my followers, but I do, Virginia, I probably message the people who view my Instagram story, just like a basic cold message, probably 2 or 3 times a week. I'll go find a story that had like a ton of views, like you said, like 8, like something about the business, but every single slide got like at least 80 views. And then I'll make sure that I've messaged those people, because obviously they're watching what I'm doing, right? If they're watching my stories. So the other funny part is when you have people that have literally told you no or joined the team and quit, and they still watch all your Instagram stories, and you're like, what are you doing? Why are you still watching these? You said you weren't interested, but let them watch. It'll be good. So I think that's about it, guys, unless we had any questions pop up here. Oh, that's a good idea too. Vanessa said, Allie has a really good tip for messaging those people who voted on your story. She says that she just says, hey girl, so pumped to tell you about Fat Fighters. How are you? And then she gets replies. And then after they say like, oh yeah, I'm good or whatever, like then you tell them about it. It's a good tip. I never say, hey girl, I saw you voted on my story. Like people just get all kinds of sketched out, even though they voted on my story. They're so weird. That's okay though. We just want to do what is going to give the most value to our followers, right? Like that at the end of the day, that's the point. We want to make sure that the people that are watching our stories, that are on our pages, they get to know who we are. They're seeing good quality posts. We're giving them good quality stuff to like, because like I said before, the more people who feel like they know you, the more people are going to respond to your messages. And then the more people that respond to your messages, the more people you're going to sign up and the bigger your paycheck's going to be. So that's how traction marketing benefits you and your business when used alongside cold messaging. And I'm super glad I got to do this training for you guys. Thank you so much for getting on, and we'll see you guys next time.